Hello, everyone. So thank you guys for hopping on. Currently, we're having some issues with connecting with the presenter. She's located in Texas. So we're just awaiting a call back to see if we can continue on with the webinar today. So if you all could just hold tight for a few minutes, I'll hop back on with an update. We apologize for the technical difficulties. But I'm just awaiting a call. So once I hear back from them, I will hop back on and let you guys know our next step of action. So thank you all for attending. And honestly, if you want to pop a hello in the chat and see where you're watching from, that'd be great. I'd love to chat with you guys. So we're hoping that we can get the webinar going today, but we may have to reschedule, unfortunately. But like I said, we're just waiting to get a response back from the presenter, so please hold tight.
Hello, Zoe.
Hi, Maria.
Hello. Hello. I am so sorry. Tech was not working with me today at all.
You are okay. Let everyone know to just sit tight while we were waiting for you to hop on. So no worries. I'll just let you take over since we're 5 minutes in and I don't want to take up any more time. So the floor is yours, Maria.
Thank you, Zoe, and thank you everyone for your patience. Hello, Kimball, Nebraska. I see you in the chat box. That's the most important thing to find is that chat box. And again, I appreciate everybody waiting on me. I am traveling, so tech always becomes a challenge then, and it doesn't matter if I start an hour or 2 hours beforehand. It always has that last minute. So let's talk now about Grow with Google Ads, though, and how you can actually learn the basics of ads. And again, thank you. I know you all are small businesses and you understand the ebb and flow and flexibility, but I do appreciate your patience. So you should see in front of you the screen. Now, hopefully you do see the screen and me. Hello, Alliance, Nebraska. Let me know in that chat box that you can see and hear me fine. That is just always a worry of mine whenever I'm on a session, but always when I'm traveling. Perfect. Jolene, thank you for that confirmation. And you can see the slide that says Grow Nebraska, right? Perfect. Natasha, thank you. It should right now, let me advance that slide, should be a picture of me. Can you see that? My picture of me, Google, the big Google sign. And hello, hello, perfect, perfect. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate the confirmation. Well, as you know, if you've been with me in the session before, I am a Grow with Google national trainer, one of the 7 national trainers, but I'm excited to be here with you today to talk about learning the basics of Google Ads. I've had the great opportunity of working with Grow Nebraska. If you've been at Marketech, you've seen me there. I look forward to being a part of Marketech always because I see all the wonderful excitement and the growth of the businesses in the Nebraska area. And I'm super excited about that because I love to wander and hear your stories and look at everybody's products and hear your growth. So welcome to everybody. Today we're going to be talking about learn those basics of Google Ads. I actually am in Las Vegas, Nevada right now. I spoke yesterday at the US Pan American Asian Chamber of Commerce big council. So I was excited to be a part, and I'm actually going to be there again this afternoon. And we are also talking about how you can utilize all of these tools that Google has available to you. Now, if you hang with me, I will talk to you about how you can utilize the free keyword planner in Google Ads. So while I'm talking about Google Ads, and it is one of the only paid tools that I talk about, there are a whole bunch of tools that Google provides through a free personal Gmail or free Google account, and you don't have to have a Gmail account if you don't, but there are a lot of people who have a Gmail account and don't realize that through their free personal Gmail account that this is available to them. So we'll be talking about how you can use this and especially the free functions of it, even though Google Ads itself is paid, but I'll talk about how that paid portion works. And do find that chat box because I customize everything that I do for people here in the session. And I want to make this time most valuable to you. You'll see the hashtag Grow with Google. Feel free to use that if you want to tweet or post out. And right here, you can see the first handle under my name is at Maria Duron. That's me on Twitter, or at Maria Elena Duron. That's me on Instagram. If you want to connect with me on socials, even LinkedIn, I'm there. I'm on almost all the socials. You can connect with me there. And I would love to celebrate what you apply because learning and knowledge is not powerful until it is applied. Okay, it's great factoids. There's things that we need to know that are neat to know and things that we need to know. Today, I'm talking about what you need to know. You'll see a QR code in front of you. If you want to take a snap of that or go to bit.ly/grow Nebraska Google Ads. The replay's not there, so it's happening live right now. So don't worry about that. You'll actually get the replay from Grow Nebraska. So don't just disregard that part. But the slides that I'm utilizing today and the handout are right there and you have access to it right away. You'll just need to create a password and all you'll need to do is access that. If you've been with a session with me before, you might have to reset your password if you don't remember your password. There's no charge for that. I just password protect it to make sure that it's everybody here with no Grow Nebraska, okay, coming to see us. Hello, howdy. I see Heller Martial Arts and Fall City said, welcome, welcome. All right, let me see there. There we go. Oh, got a little happy there. Now, Google Ads are a great way for you to promote your business. It amplifies your messaging. And let me make sure that I break that phrase apart of what it does. It amplifies your messaging. So if you do not know who your target audience is, who that best customer, that best client that gives you the most pleasure and profit, if you don't know who they are, if you don't have your website organized and optimized that's delivering all of the information that best customer needs in their decision journey, then you're wasting a significant amount of time, energy, and money. Because you can spend a lot trying to hit everybody, anybody, and somebody, but you need Coca-Cola type money to be able to reach out and touch everybody in the world. And we as small businesses know that cash flow, that's king. We have to get return on everything we invest. Anything we pull out of our pocket is things that we're pulling out of our own home budget or out of a very limited budget that needs to be able to lift that bottom line or get us closer to the goal. And that's why it's very important that before you look at ads, use all the free tools available first to make sure that you know exactly what it is that you provide that makes you so uniquely you. So what's that USP, that unique selling proposition? What it is do you offer your best customer? Who's that target audience? It doesn't mean that you can't serve everybody, but if you only could serve 100 people, if 100 people went to your site or all of your social posts, all of your ads, what they see that, wow, they get me. They really understand. Would they make that connection, or would it be generic messaging, which easily could be passed over because there are thousands upon thousands of businesses that provide generic messaging? You really need to understand that best customer, and it's our job to be an expert in our customer. So as you can see, people look utilizing Google Ads. That's how you can amplify things when you already know exactly who you need to target. You can also see the benefits of online ads. If you've ever used social ads, how many people have ever used Google Ads here? I'd love to hear in the chat box. Let me know. But it's a great way for you to control what's out there and to target. So I could target, let's say I want to target just Kearney. Let's say I want to target Lincoln, or maybe I want to target Omaha. I can get that targeted. If I want to target everyone in Omaha that is a college graduate that owns a home and maybe uses an iPhone, I can target that much in ads, but I need to know who that best customer is. Or as you know, now I can start looking at different dimensions of a target audience and really get so wild in there that I spend a lot of money with ads. So Jolene, you've used ads. Anita, you've used Facebook ads. So you understand about targeting, right? You do need to have some understanding of who that best customer is. And understand, I've sat across from a lot of small businesses. I was there yesterday. In fact, there are a little over 1,000 small businesses just in the session that I did. And they will tell you, well, I can really reach and help anybody. And I understand that you can, but when you say that messaging, anybody, everybody, and somebody, you'll get their second cousin, nobody. It is too wide a net. You do not help us really activate that bottom of our brain, that reticular activating system that really recognizes, okay, this is something that resonates with me. And when we have that know, like, and trust, at least that basic rapport, we tend to do business with people and businesses we have that with. So today we'll talk about how Google Ads work to make sure that you're getting the most of those, but they will never work for you if your messaging and your target audience are too broad, or you don't know who that is. So you're still guessing in that. Remember, amplifying. So if you don't know, you only amplify chaos and confusion. Advertising on Google, we're going to actually talk about that as well, how you can improve your ads, how you can measure your success. And as always, I end with a recap and resources that are 100% free. So I love to do that. So let me take you through here how Google Ads work. I am not going to try to take you through a video. What I'll do in the link that I provided you, even though you see the slides and handouts and you can download those instantly right now, what I will do is after the event, I'll go ahead and upload the video that normally is shown with this presentation. I don't want to try that because tech has not been friendly. I think it's just everybody trying to jump on Wi-Fi at the same time. So not to worry that you will see it. You're just going to see it separately so that we can make the most of our time here together. So how do Google Ads work? Well, it starts with, if you see there on the far left-hand side, you start with a query, somebody asking something, hey Google, hey Alexa, or typing that in. Then you get the search results as Google goes out there to look for what's the best match, what's relevant. Google's algorithm focuses on 3 pillars: relevancy, how relevant are you to what somebody's searching? So it's relevant. Proximity, how close are you? So that distance. And then prominence. What's the quality score of your site? Is it a good site? Is it mobile friendly? Is it secure? All of those have actual weight in the factor of how Google presents you. Now, with an advertiser, you have also the chance to bid to show up high there in Google search. So you can bid, and that's how you pay for ads. It's not by impressions like some of the socials are, but it's by clicks. So it's pay per click, PPC, or CPC, cost per click. You're paying for each click. And the winners of that auction actually appear here, right here, high prominent at the first part of any Google search. So as we look at the auction, what happens is it determines the ad rank depending on a few things. How many people are searching for those terms or those phrases? How much traffic is out there right now looking and searching on Google? And the quality of your actual site, how well you match, how relevant you are also does, and how confident Google feels that your information is correct. Let me say that again, how confident Google search engine feels that your information is correct. The reason I said that twice is because a lot of people miss this step. So they try to do ads just here with Google Ads hanging out by themselves. You put your business on Google, you started Google Ads, you're sending and doing Google Ads, and you're paying a lot of cost per click. Well, the way you can decrease your cost per click is to give Google confidence that you are an actual viable business. You're not a fishing business. You're not a hobby. You're not a fly by night. You're not a snake oil salesman. What you are is a real solid business. Even if you're home based, by appointment only, not public facing, you are a real solid business. So how you can give Google that confidence is by connecting all your Google tools, like Google Analytics that actually measures what everybody does on your site. It gives you great insight into being an expert in your customer. Google Search Console, which lets you know how Google and any other search engine sees your site. Whether or not Google can see you determines whether or not it will actually provide you in the results and present you in the results when somebody's searching for your product, service, or solution. So connecting Google Analytics, Google Search Console, Google Business Profile, Google Merchant Center, YouTube, because YouTube is a Google product, Google Ads are all pings to the algorithm saying, this business is viable. See how the information matches? It's correct. They're still in existence. This business is still the same business. Wow, this business really is a growing, building business. It is showing that Google now can be confident that you are a good business, which lowers your cost per click. So that's an insider SEO trick there. On ad ranking, to be able to bring that cost per click down, make sure you're connecting all your Google tools and making the search engine feel really confident in the information you're providing, that it's providing to everybody. That's why Google's the #1 search engine, because the information it provides is correct. And the only way it's correct is when we get confirmation from businesses through themselves or through our tools. So pay per click, remember that's at PPC, pay per click, or CPC, cost per click or cost per call. Now, when you do go Google Ads, you can see you show up in the partner websites as well. So you show up not just in Google search, but also partner websites. So that's YouTube. I mean, there's a little over 3,000 in the partner network with Google Display Network. So there's so many places that you can show up, and you can control that depending on who your target audience is and really what location, geography. So really looking at that very focused target. All right, so how to get started with Google Ads. You can go to google.com/ads and it will walk you through. It's pretty intuitive. You can set up a quick smart campaign and it's all automated. And a lot of times when I'm starting someone in Google Ads, this is where I'll start. The reason being is your site, excuse me, excuse me about that. Don't mean to do that in your ear, but your site is still new to Google Ads. So it's still learning, but you can lean into the AI, the artificial intelligence of Google Ads, and all the data that Google has from your industry and learn from that. So that's a great way to get started, is to see whether or not you align well with industry and take that learning, really leap or dovetail off that learning and be able to start getting your ads more honed in after that. Because once you do that, now you can start even customizing more. So lean into what AI has for you or the data of Google, but go back and measure to make sure that that is working for you and make adjustments that fit your unique business. Does that make sense? So as we look through here, you can start now. And when you start now, this is what it looks like. You will put your business name in. So when you go to google.com/ads, let me go back a slide. So google.com/ads, then you will be dropped right into here. You will put your actual website URL here, your business name. Once you do that, or actually you're going to put the business name here. Sorry, I went ahead of myself. Business name. Then you're going to go ahead and put the website URL here. This may not be your website's homepage. This is really important. The #1 mistake people make in Google Ads is they drop people to the homepage of their site. So let's say I'm advertising, I'm interested in the ad that says, you are going to show me how to make wonderful recipes with heirloom tomatoes. Okay, so you're going to teach me all about that. And I go to your site and I see about the different bio-growth, and I see the different fertilizers and different sprinkler spigots and pots that I can grow different vines in and everything. But I'm dropped in here, and it's actually at the front of your page is talking, your homepage is talking about sunflowers and how to grow that, and not heirloom tomatoes. I am now lost. What you'll see is that people will not engage then. They will leave. It is too much for them to have to look. People are so busy right now, right? And we're being messaged left and right. We're trying to pay attention to what we're clicking through to, and there's another ping, a Slack message comes up, somebody's texting, and the kids are calling over here. So you've got all this kind of action going on, and you're trying to pay attention to an ad and you have to look for something. Take them where you told them you're going to take them. If you said you're going to learn wonderful heirloom tomato recipes, take them to the page on your website that has the heirloom tomato recipes. That is how you build trust, is when you do what you say you're going to do, right? So you say, I'm going to take you there, take them there. And when they get to that page, now you earn that opportunity for them to look at the rest of the site, because they might look at the recipe and maybe within the middle of that recipe, along the side or the bottom, you might say, you know what? Have you ever thought about growing your own heirloom tomatoes? Or have you grown your own heirloom tomatoes and run into this problem this year? We help solve that. And now you can earn the right to be able to get their attention to see the rest of your site, okay? But don't drop them on the homepage. A lot of times people, so many times, use their homepage as the junk drawer. They just throw everything in there. Oh, we just started this service. We have this available. We got this new product in. And it becomes a hot mess of a really, really digital junk drawer, okay? So keep that in mind, that you're making it easy for people to find what they're looking for. Take them where you told them you're going to take them. So now you can preview what it looks like when they go to that site. So you actually get a site to see, actually get sites on that when you're going through your actual Google ad placement. So now you're going through the next thing, your main goal. I spent a lot of time at the beginning talking about who your target audience and what really is something that they need to be able to help them in their decision journey, because this will determine what the main goal is for your ad. If you are utilizing smart campaigns, which is really walking you through, it's like the ad libs of ads, because, or the mad libs of ads, you fill in the blank, right? So the blank here is, what do you want? Do you want to get more phone calls? Is it important? Do you know that your target audience would rather call you than have to fill out a form on your website? Is it to actually come into your location? Do you have a physical location? If you don't, then you don't want that kind of ad to draw them to a location. But it could be that you have a physical location. Could it be website sales? You want them to buy on your website. It could also be that your website is just for your branding, so you don't want them there. You want to direct them to how to get to your store. So which one is it? Is it the second goal or the third goal? Or could it be that you've got a video that really explains, you know, that the product you're selling is tough to sell without an explanation. You see it when you're selling yourself. Maybe even if you have other people on your team selling, there has to be an explanation. So this video is going to be a great tool. It's more important for them to actually see the video. What is the goal of your ad? Without knowing that, then all you're doing is hoping to get more eyeballs. And what you've heard me say that before, hope is wonderful to have, but it's a poor strategy. So as you write your ad, you'll see it's fill in the blank. You have the ability at 3 headlines and 2 descriptions. And you'll see right here at the very bottom, you have the ability to see how many characters you have available there, like 90 characters for those headlines. So 90, that's it. That's a letter, that's a grammatical mark, that's a space. Those are actual characters. You can also enable different buttons, like a click to call button, or you can learn more. You can even utilize that button. So there's lots of calls to action that you can use. What's the call to action that makes sense for what you will see success be in this ad? How will you measure whether or not this ad has been successful for you? So you will see as you go through smart campaigns and you're finishing it, the next step is you'll be asked to check your keywords. Because Google is looking at your industry, it is pulling in keyword themes that it thinks will match. I love this if you've never done ads before, even if you're not going to run this ad. So understand you can do all of this without even putting a payment form in there. It will ask you and ping you all the time to put a payment form. Don't do it. Just click skip unless you want to put a payment form. You're intending to use it. If you're still exploring, don't worry about it. It will just keep pinging you, just keep skipping and ignoring it. But you can come here to look at the keyword themes, because maybe you're wondering what keywords will really work. What are people searching for? What matches what I do, the product or service or solution I have? If you can see what matches here, you can X out what doesn't match, and you can also plus in what does match. It might also be an aha moment for you, because you didn't think that keyword was one that people were utilizing, but you see that a lot of people in that industry are finding, or a lot of businesses are finding that they utilize that, or at least Google seeing that in search, right? So you can also set a location. You can make it very targeted by zip code, by county, by city. You can also, if you have a physical location, you might want to drop and drag this out right here, that circumference around your location, even if you don't have a physical location. Let's say you serve Henderson County or, Clark County, that's Las Vegas. So let's say you serve that area and everything, your home is your home base, but you don't want to show your address. You don't have to on Google. You can suppress that. And now you want to show that within 20 miles, you do service the area from your home. So it's not going to show on a map that you service that, but when somebody's searching, it shows that you are in proximity to them. Remember what I said about the pillars. Now you can set a budget. I like to go with what Google recommends. And the only reason I do that is because I'm leaning into what AI has found works for that industry, but I'm also not a set it and forget it gal, right? I believe if you're not measuring, you're not marketing. $1 or 1 minute, because socials are not free. So $1 or 1 minute that you actually spend, if it doesn't lift the bottom line or get you closer to your goal, is $1 or 1 minute spent too much. So because I don't set it and forget it, I will leave it at this, what Google recommends, for 3 days, and I will go back and measure it. Now, if you're a set it and forget it person, I will tell you, don't do Google ads yet, because you need to really know what it is you want to measure and what makes sense, what success looks like before you set it and forget it, or you'll spend a lot of money. It's a great, great money pit if you don't know exactly what you're focused on, your goals, and who your target audience is. So important to start with that first. I start with this, but I'll measure in 3 days and adjust. And why I say, well, I'll measure and adjust. Let's say I'm going to make it a nice even number here, say that it's $10. Let's say it says $10 was the recommended one. All right, so I spent $10 and I did 2 different ads. One ad has a picture of the lotion in there. All the words are the same, right? Both ads are the same, but one ad has a picture of lotion in there, and the other one has a picture of skin that looks radiant and a glowing woman there. So I'm selling, let's say, a massage lotion. Okay. Both ads go out. They're running at $10 for the whole ad set. So both ads run for $5 for one, $5 another. I do it as an even split. The one with a picture of the product gets 10,000 people to look at it, but only one person buys. The ad with a picture of the glowing skin and the refreshed looking mom gets only 100 people to look at it. 10,000, 100. But 55 people buy. Which ad am I going to keep on? I'm going to take the $5 here. While I love the 10,000, but 10,000 to 1 ratio, I like this a lot better. I'm going to put $5 over here. Can I double what I did here? Maybe. Let's test it out and see. I'll come back in 3 days and measure. Every 3 days, that's my measurement mark to see where I need to adjust. Okay, for you, it might be every 5 days, every 4 days. It's really your comfort level. I like to control the budget. I don't like to throw any money away. Every penny has to be accounted for. So I like to look every 3 days, because 3 days gives it enough time to get enough volume behind it and enough feedback as far as data to see whether or not this is actually working for me. Okay. Now, as you review your campaign, you can see whether or not those words work for you. Does the description work for you? Everything. You can start making edits to what you need to do. You can utilize those keywords, like I shared with you, that the keyword theme actually shows you within Smart Campaigns. So this is all intuitive. You're walking through. But if you don't know the words that people use, I would also encourage you, if you're new to this business, or if you have customers, ask them. Of course, your customers will tell you, and it's good to talk to your customers, even if you don't have something to sell to them, right? It's good to have a relationship with them. But understand that you do need to take a look and see at, if you don't have enough customers, look at your competitors' reviews and see what words people use in their reviews, because it gives you an idea in their own words what matters to them. And it's important to use their own words for you to be able to match. At some point, I'd like to hear more about how SEO and advertising work together. Another way to ask the question is appropriate SEO prior to creating ad. Absolutely. Because once Google has confidence, Bradley, that your information is correct, so the search engine feels confident in your information and that your site is mobile responsive, it's secure. So it has all of those confidence, all those trust factors that Google's looking for. And you can look at Google Search Console. That's a free tool that connects to your website that tells you exactly what the search engine likes and sees about your site. So it gives it confidence, and what doesn't. You will know exactly, and it'll tell you what you need to fix. I would do that first before doing any Google ads, because you're going to be paying the highest cost per click for an ad if Google doesn't have that confidence. It's better to have the search engine confident in you, and now it can just amplify that confidence. as opposed to uncertainty and confusion and amplifying that. Does that make sense? I hope that answered your question, Bradley, but let me know if there's more to that question that I didn't respond or answer to. And I don't see, let me look real quick here because I think my chat box. Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure I only saw part of your question. So I wanted to make sure I had that chat box window just a little bit more fully open. Now, the next step is you'll set up billing. So this is where you can set up and put your payment and such, but you can go all to this part without having to do that, which gives you a lot of insight into what Google search engine and Google's history in this industry already sees about this, which is great knowledge to lean into. I like to always take advantage of that. Okay. All right. Now, there are different campaigns. What I've just shown you there is a smart campaign. So a smart campaign is just that. It walks you through everything and it's pretty intuitive. So you can see here to the left what a smart campaign is. It also has, sorry about that. Got something in the way here. There we go. But it's all automated. You'll see that the bidding's automated, that you that the assets, all of that, it'll walk you through everything that you need to input in. So it pretty much is like a, just plug and play, answer the questions. Keyword creation, all of that's leaning into the AI. We see that. Any editing, you can edit the actual keyword themes, but you can't edit much more than that, other than maybe some of the, some of the other details in there. Like I said, the actual description. The reporting is very simplified, so it gives you the overall general look at how the ad did, and the ads are showing up automated. So it's wherever you let them know in your actual ad campaign that your industry is. So who is that target? It'll kind of be automated. It may not know, for example, that for specifically your customers are in Ada, Oklahoma. You don't know that. Or they don't know that, hey, it's really, in Lincoln at this zip code. Those are where my real customers are at, because I can see for the last 6 months from that zip code, everybody in Lincoln, Nebraska has been buying from my site. So I want to target just to that area. It can't get that specific. You would need to go to search campaigns. So on the left column there, not margin, but the left column, you'll see that's what a search campaign is. And you only have one landing page per campaign, where you could have multiple landing pages in an actual search campaign, because maybe I want to have so many different, I've got that lotion and I want to show it, on a man, on a woman, on a child, when you're sunburnt, when you're stressed, when you're in Arizona in the dryness of a place. Okay. So any of that, might want to do that. Okay. So that is how the two of them actually separate, or actually define themselves. Sorry, separate, but they define themselves. That's what defines and is definitive between the two of them. Let me answer this question, and then I'm going to go over what the ad structure is, because it's really important for you to understand this. It gives you a better idea of how you can manage it too. I've had a blog for years. Google inserts ads. Yes, absolutely. Blogs are very, very, again, there's over 3,000, and I know I'm being very, very conservative to that, of different places that Google ads actually show up. How do I earn off of those ads, and can I control which ads Google runs? Oh, Robert, you need to sign up for Google AdSense. So it's AdSense, AdSense. You can get paid for ads that show up on your site. It's not much. I mean, you've got to have thousands upon thousands of views. I actually see more people make Google AdSense money within YouTube, because of course everybody's going to video now, but you could still earn some. Sign up for Google AdSense. Okay, just follow the instructions on the application, because it'll ask a lot of information about your business and actually verifying your business too. Okay, hope that helps. All right, here's what the account structure looks like. So when we look at an account, so this is what your ad account looks like. There's the account, that's the big umbrella, right? You've got your email and password associated with that, and your billing info whenever you put that in. You don't have to, but whenever you do, that's all a part of your account. So I might have Maria's ad account, but then I might have two campaigns. All right, so I have two campaigns. This is Maria's lotion campaign, and this is Maria's hair conditioner campaign. Okay, so I might have two different campaigns, my lotion campaign, my hair conditioner campaign, but they're all Maria's ad account. They all come from one ad account, the umbrella, but the umbrella breaks down even more. So let's say I have Maria's lotion campaign, and ad group one are for women who are stressed out and really, they just don't know, what to do. So it looks like everything I do in that ad campaign is targeted towards women who have busy, stressful schedules. That's my target audience. I'm looking for women between the ages of 34 to 44 years old with children under the ages of 2 years old, maybe have a full-time job. Plus, they also do a lot of different things. Again, I'm going to go ahead and put that targeting in. The second ad group could be men who are super stressed out. These are single dads who are all stressed out that I'm focused on, who have, maybe they're having to deal with multiple duties, again, that busy schedule. I might focus all of everything that I do and all the wording towards dads. And maybe the third ad group are college students. College students are who are having to go through their finals, getting ready for the end of the year. Very stressful. So that's stressful people, but very three distinct demographics: busy moms, single dads, college students. Okay. So as you see here, that is one campaign. It's my lotion campaign, but 3 ad groups, right? So that's how I break that apart. The same thing here. It could be, this is my hair conditioner campaign, and I want a hair conditioner for people who are worried with, they've got damaged hair, colored hair, right? So it could be, you can break it out that way. I'm sure you get the gist of it, but if you have any questions about it, let me know, because it's important for you to understand the structure. When you download these slides, I would save this just so that you have a good idea when you put your first ads together, exactly how this breaks down, okay? Now you can also transition to expert mode to be able to get that kind of focused targeting. Remember what I said here about the smart campaigns? Look in that left-hand side there of the column, you'll see smart campaigns, all of that's automated. In search campaigns, it's actually managed by you. The only way you can do that is using expert mode. So I'm going to go back to that screen I was at. So when you go into ad campaigns, go to google.com/ads, you will see that by default, you're dropped into a smart campaign. If you go down here, you'll see this. Are you a professional marketer? Switch to expert mode. Even if you don't feel like a professional marketer, if you want to use these search campaigns where you manage all of this, where you have multiple landing pages, where you can really focus in on those keywords, then what you're going to do is click on that you want to switch to expert mode. Once you do that, now you're going to have more control and it's not fill in the blank, okay? So I like to start with the smart campaigns because that kind of gets you in your rhythm of understanding and focused on your target audience and the messaging that really reaches them. And now you can switch to expert mode. When you do that, you have the ability to actually set up your ad campaign. So you click under search and you can select the campaigns. You can select your ad groups. You can actually create ads and do all of these right here that you see here on the left. You have all that total control. Now, I mentioned that about the slides. If you want a copy of the slides, they're there right now. Use that QR code or go to that bit.ly link, Grow Nebraska Google Ads. So it's bit.ly/Grow Nebraska Google Ads, and just download those. Those are, it's not the replay, you'll get that from Grow Nebraska, but it's actually the slides and the handout that are actually there, okay? So you can look at those right now and follow along with those. If you've accessed this before, if you've cut slides from me before, you might have to reset your password because there's no payment for it, but I do password protect it. And if you've forgotten it from the last time we're together, not to worry, just reset it and you'll get in there and get it. I just like to password protect it so it's for everybody here with Grow Nebraska. So now how can you improve your ad? All right. Robert, did I answer your question? I just want to make sure that I answered your question well. So what's in a text ad? We kind of talked about that when we were going through smart campaigns. You get 30 characters in your headlines, 90 in description. I think I might have said 90 in headlines. It's 90 in description. Plus you want the URL that they're clicking to. Remember, take them where you told them you're going to take them. Let's build that trust factor every single time. Now for great ads, go look at that left-hand corner right there and take a screenshot of that if you haven't gotten a copy of today's slides and you're looking for g.co/text ad tips. This will help you so you can see here, for example, if, let's say, I am doing an ad on jam, it could be that I am wanting to look for people and show my ad when people say buy cranberry jam, because maybe people use words, what do you do when you're in a jam? I'd like to jam out with this band. I don't want my ad showing for that, nor do I want to pay for somebody clicking on that and then they realize they made a mistake, but I still have to pay. So I don't want to pay for ads that show up just for jam. I want to be very specific about buy cranberry jam. I'm only paying for those ads. You can include keywords in your ad text. This is really important. So that's why I said and showed you how to do the smart campaigns, which can show you what keywords are already associated, with that industry. Hold on just a second. It's very dry here in Vegas. All right. And then, of course, a call to action. What is that call to action that you want them to do? What does success look like, feel like, and sound like if they take action on your ad? So now you can look here and put a call now or order today if that's what you want them to do that next. Tell them specifically. Do this with anything, any call to action. This is for ads, but even if you're doing this on your social posts, on content that you're posting with your Google Business Profile, make sure you give them an action, because people are not stupid, but they're busy. So they might get distracted and wonder, what was I going to do next? What was going to happen next? Tell them and make it easy for them, because if they see you as somebody that makes it easy for them to buy from you, they'll buy more. So the keyword theme, remember about looking at those keyword themes from Smart Campaigns. You can look here and utilize some of these keywords in that actual ad copy here, the keywords in your ad text, that second bullet item. You can pull those from here, and it helps match the ads that people are looking for their Google searches. So remember, you might not want to just draw strawberry, because somebody might be trying to figure out how to grow hydroponic strawberries, but you are selling strawberry preserves. Now, understand with Smart Campaigns, you can improve your keyword themes. So you can have 7 to 10 different themes. And really think about that customer. That's why I encourage you to read reviews of your actual competitors, because your competitors, if they've gotten more customers in their own words are telling you what they actually are looking for, what matters most to them. And we want to use their own words, not industry speak, because they're not searching by industry speak. It doesn't matter what makes sense to us, it what makes sense to your customer and how they search. We have to be experts in them and really think about if there are any negative keywords. So when I say negative keywords, remember what I said about we want to jam out. So jam with a band is going to be a negative keyword. I'm not going to pay when somebody clicks on that. I'm not going to pay either when somebody is searching for traffic jam. So I'm going to make that a negative keyword. I'm not going to pay if somebody's looking for jam at Walmart, because maybe my product's not at Walmart, but I sell it online from my own store or from a few boutiques. Okay. Maybe I don't want to be found for fig jelly, but I've got fig jam. Okay, so fig jelly would be what's known as a negative keyword. A negative keyword is a keyword that people will search for and find your product potentially, but you don't want to pay for that because that has nothing to do with your business. I was working with a business that has a dog product. Their dog product happens to be a very high-end dog product, $300 plus. They have a product not really like it, but it looks like it, to everybody from the outside looking in, it looks a little bit like it, kind of like the scaled down version, but it sells for $29.99. Not the same thing, but it looks like it to somebody who doesn't know the product. So what happens then is they don't want to pay for when somebody clicks on this product at Walmart, because that has nothing to do with them. There's a big difference between somebody's going to pay $29.99 and $300, right? So see what I'm talking about here with the keywords. You'll see it right there in front of you with this table. You see when you keep it broad, then when you have your keywords broad, when you set it broad in your ads, it will bring in anything related to that. Traffic jam, jam with the bread, jam with the band, not bread, jam with bread you might want, jam with the band. I'm in a jam, jam out. Any of those will come up and you don't want to pay for that. So that's broad. When you put quotes around it, that makes it a phrase. That still means it searches for anything and that may have that meaning. So when I say that meaning, so maybe traffic jam doesn't show up, but it could be fig jam. And remember, maybe you don't sell fig jam. So you might want to think about what jam do I want to put in these quotes, what specifically. But I like exact. Now, sometimes people don't like exact because it gets very narrow, but I like to make sure that every dollar and every penny is lifting the bottom line. So as you think about this, I know you want to too, because cash flow is also important. Then it needs to mean the exact same thing. Jam is just that, jam. So it's strawberry jam. I'm looking for just strawberry jam. Now, might it come up that it's strawberry jam at the Marriott? Maybe I was at the Marriott. I stayed there and I love the little itty bitty strawberry jams that they give in room service. So I'm looking for that strawberry jam. But I'm maybe open to finding your strawberry jam. This is your decision as a business, right? So do I put strawberry jam just here in quotes? Because I want strawberry jam, even if you're looking for strawberry jam from the Marriott, or do I want to say a negative here from the Marriott because I'm not that strawberry jam. I'm a very high-end specialty jam and I'm not going to do that. Or is that best customer for the person who is searching for the strawberry jam at the Marriott a good potential customer for you? Because at least they like strawberry jam and they're making decisions on who's going to be their supplier. So again, that's your decision. It really is important for you to understand that. Or Google Trends. Oh, I actually use both, Amanda. I use both because the keyword catcher, I utilize both. I'm all for honing in better keywords than trying to spend on keywords. So I actually use both. But again, you can use Google Ads. You can use that for free, the keyword planner within Google Ads. And you can also use Google Trends for free. So it's not, the keyword catcher is, I just teach you how to use this really very expertly, how to use some of these tools. So it's not a program in and of itself. Okay, it's actually teaching you how to. Does that make sense? Taking a deeper dive in that. So the keyword planner in your Google Ads, when you're in Google Ads, you'll see that gear icon, or that wrench icon, I should say, up there, the tool. Click on that and your tools will come up and the keyword planner will actually come up there. So you can discover new keywords by either just putting in some related keywords, or you can even put your website in and let it tell you exactly what are the keywords related to that. So I sometimes will even put a competitor's website in to see what keywords they're using, because sometimes you can dovetail off of the research they already put together. Now, add assets. When you get to that portion of Google Ads, there are call out assets. So what are call out assets? These are not phone calls, but these are call outs that you want to. Let's say I'm selling sunglasses and I want to call out that these are UV protected sunglasses, that these are more Polaroid, that these can be used with digital controls. So those might be the call outs. I'm calling out different features. Site link assets are just what they sound like, links to the actual page. If I'm going to send you to the actual site or the page of the site where I'm selling the UV protection lenses, then I'll take you straight there. That's that site link. Why I like to do that is because Google Ads is right there at the very top of search. And the more that I can lengthen it and make it bigger, I actually get more visual real estate, and that visual real estate helps me get seen and remembered. So price assets, I like this because price assets, when I put the price there, it'll come up with a little price tag right there showing that. So you get a little icon, again, capturing people's attention. That's what you want to do. And promotion assets can actually showcase what's on sale, what you're promoting, what your newest offer is. You can push that out there. Again, lengthening that ad, making you more visible. And I love that opportunity to capture people's attention. Okay. Forgot to sign in. You gave some what you need to update something by a certain date. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Think about it for a few moments and maybe you can give me a little bit more context, but I don't know. Oh, Zoe, you know, you gave some info. You need to update something by a certain date. Yes. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you. All right, now I'm on the same page. You're talking about Google Analytics 4. You do have to update that to Google Analytics 4. If you are using Google Analytics, Universal Analytics, you need to upgrade or update to Google Analytics 4 by July 1st, because Universal Analytics is going away. GA4, Google Analytics 4, is the Google Analytics that we will be moving with going forward. Thank you, Zoe, very much. Now, remember what I said, if you're not measuring, you're not marketing. 1 moment and $1 that doesn't take you closer to your goal is 1 moment or 1 minute too much, or $1 too much. All right, so let's talk about measuring your success and how you can do that in Google Ads, because it's really important for us to know our goals and whether we're getting there. One is to look at impressions. We might want to look at the impressions of the ad. Remember what I said about 10,000 looks at these ads, the impression there? We might want to look at actual clicks though. 10,000, but only 1 click, right? Only 1 person, or maybe it was 10,000, 10 people clicked, but conversions, 1 conversion, 1 people bought. So a conversion is a success action. It's them doing what you want them to do. They either buy, leave their information, watch a video, download the PDF, fill out the contact form, whatever that is, or call you. So when we look at smart campaigns, we'll see the impressions, clicks, and conversions there. We'll actually see that in looking at the insights in smart campaigns. And remember what I said about measuring everything. In search campaigns, you can see which ad groups are doing best, which ads, like I was talking about, the different ad creatives, which keywords do best. And now you can start adjusting, putting more money into the ones that are working and taking away money from the ones that are also working, not working, I mean. So keep the ones that are working and focus on those, and then those that are not working, take those away and don't put any funds towards those. Yes, absolutely. We can. Yes. And Margie, I'm happy to help with you afterwards on that, exactly how you can walk through and do that if you need help with that. Okay. Happy to do that. But get with Zoe because she is Grow Nebraska, boots on the ground. She can help you instantly compared to, as I said, I'm at a conference today and I'll not be back online probably till Friday. Okay. So she can help you right away. So how can you track conversions in Google Ads? Look at the numbers of conversions. This is important. Remember what I said, 10,000 impressions, 1 conversion. You're very welcome, Margie. And then now what is the cost per conversion? Well, if I paid $5 for that 1 conversion, that's the cost, $5. If it is a $10 tube of lotion, but it costs me $8 to get that tube, or maybe $7 to get the tube, putting labor, shipping, everything else to get that tube. Is it worth it for me to spend and only get $5 income from it? No, not at all. Or spend $5 and only see, not even $5 profit, $3 profit. I've spent $8. Is that so? Again, we need to know what the cost of our doing business is. What's that cost per conversion? I like to bring that way down, as well as the cost per click. So I look at what the industry average is and use the tools here to do that, and now make some decisions on whether or not this is where I want to be. Sometimes things are high traffic. For example, somebody might be looking for auto loans. I happen to know in the state of Texas, auto loan is one of the highest keyword phrases. You will pay anywhere from $48 to $52 per click for that. So you want to do something else other than use auto loan. You want to do something like how to pay for your auto with limited funds. That might be the phrase that you're using instead of auto loan, because auto loan is an expensive phrase. So you need to know exactly what the cost per conversion is that you're spending, the conversion rate. Is everybody, if somebody's looking at it and you're getting, 5% of people to convert, that 5% conversion rate, or is only 0.1%. So how many people are actually converting? Because that will let you know, maybe what I'm saying in my ad doesn't resonate with anybody. It doesn't make sense because it's not converting. Or maybe when they come from my ad, they go to my site and I throw them to the homepage and I basically throwing them to the wolves, hoping they can find what they're looking for. So this is really important to keep in mind. That is why I say utilize all those Google tools and lean into it, and only helps you with your SEO. Connect Google Analytics, because why wouldn't you want Google Analytics to teach Google Ad what works best so you can get the most bang for your buck, right? The two of them will speak together, confirm you're a solid business, and then Google Analytics could say, no, Google Ads, they don't like that word. Let's not show that so much. Go ahead and show this. Look at this. Our best customers are buying whenever they click here. Show more of that. It can teach Google Ads. I like those two to work together and learn from each other instead of siloing them and not being able to benefit from that. So again, we are at the end of our time, but I'm here for you for Q&A, but I do want to leave you with a recap and some resources. We talked about how Google Ads work. You have an idea of how they work, the structure of them, how you can improve. If you want a visibility plan, I utilize this visibility plan to get people in the habit of posting and utilizing Google and checking their Google tools. This is 100% free. You can go to bit.ly/getfoundin5 or utilize that QR code. This is really just to get you in the habit. If you can do it on your own, great, but this is a free tool for you. Your next question, though, and challenge is, what are you going to apply that you learned today? Because knowledge is not powerful until it is applied. So what is it that you thought would make sense here? Would it be, I need to know where my keywords are. So I need to lean into smart campaigns and let that teach me without paying for ads right now. I need to get a good feeling for an understanding what a cost per click is. What's my industry cost per click? What works well, and where am I spending right with what's aligned, and maybe where I'm spending too much or too little, or where I could spend too much or too little. So I have an idea of my cap. Okay. So let me know in the chat box, what are you going to apply today? And while you're letting me know in that chat box, if I've been helpful to you today, if you could go to reviewmaria.com or use this QR code, I would be greatly honored. You don't have to, don't feel obligated, but I always like to model that. I tell people when you've given good service, that's the best time to ask for reviews. All of us need for reviews. When we talk about SEO, reviews matter, but they only matter if they have text with them. So you need at least 1 to 2 lines of text. Just a 5-star review means nothing. Google doesn't at all even figure that into the algorithm. It has to be 5 stars with text to help you, or 4 stars with text, but it needs to be the real review with text. The stars alone don't count. All right. And if you would like to connect with me on socials just to celebrate that you've actually applied something that you've learned today, I would love to celebrate with you and also share and post you out, get you a little bit more visibility. You can connect with me here on Twitter or Instagram. If you go to bit.ly/find Maria, I'm on any social that you're on. Just go ahead and connect with me there wherever you feel comfortable. Okay, let's go ahead and go to Q&A. Any questions as we finish up? We're about 4 minutes from the top of the hour, and I do want to be respectful of your time. So let me know. You're welcome, Natasha. Thank you. Everybody feels ready to give it a try. Don't put your payment in and become familiar with it. A lot of people feel stressed because it keeps asking them to put that payment in. Don't worry about it. Just skip that. Zoe, I saw it. I saw you come back. You're welcome, Amanda. Thank you, Jolene.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you, Maria.
You're very welcome.
And Margie, I saw your comment about talking after, so I'll have my contact information up here in a second. So just jot down my email, or you can call the store as well. So, but looks like there's no questions. So if you're all right with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up and share my screen here.
Thank you.
All right. So again, thank you, Maria, for all that great information. And I actually did just get the July training up. So Maria, I will let you know which topic we're planning on for July. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me at zoe@grownebraska.org. And we want to thank you all for attending live. And if you're watching the recording, we missed you, but we're so happy that you're learning some more stuff about Google because there's lots to learn about it. And then we have some awesome upcoming trainings. Our next one will be June 15th, and that is with Steve Malley of Malley Marketing. That will cover how to cut fat and maximize ROI, that's a tongue twister, and stop lighting your marketing dollars on fire. Then we'll do June 2nd, and that will cover Show Me the Money, budgeting tips for small businesses, and that's with Kylie Phelps. Both of those are live on grownebraska.org. So if you haven't yet, we highly recommend that you go and register for those. And then, are you ready for Market Tech 2024? So Maria will actually be at Market Tech this next year. So we're super excited to have her back and give even more tools than she's already given us. And then Maria, do you know, I know you know our keynote speaker, Troy. Do you know kind of what business he's with or?
Yes, so his Troy Sandage is Strategy Hackers. He is, if you've not, you might want to look for the Apple podcast. It's one of the top 5 Apple podcasts called I Digress. And it is Strategy Hackers. He talks about business strategy and business growth, how to scale. I've had a great opportunity to speak with Troy, work with Troy. I know Troy back, since for a decade or more. We started Brand Chat together. So the Twitter chat, I know him very, very well, and just wonderful insights. I've seen him take businesses and just scale them with great, tremendous growth by making sure you have those great best practices. I'm not sure exactly his topic, but I know that's his expertise.
Yeah, I don't know too sure on his topic yet, but he is our keynote speaker. So it'll be a nice little reunion for Maria and him. And the Market Tech dates are February 28th and 29th. So go to markettechconference.com. I believe that's what it is for more information, and we will be giving updates as that date approaches. So we're super excited to have Maria there as well as the keynote speaker. And then as always, let us know how we're doing by leaving us a Google review. Reviews are super important for any business. They help tremendously. And as you know, a lot of people look at reviews before buying or going to a place. So feel free to scan the QR code and let us know how we're doing. But that's all my announcements for today. So thank you again, Maria, and thank you to everyone that attended. And we will see you for the next webinar.
Thank you, Zoe.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.